Hey everybody, and welcome to our Greene Acres. In today's video, I'm going to show y'all a few DIY projects and a few things that I made over. I'm also, at the end of the video, I'm going to take y'all along and take y'all Goodwill shopping with me. Y'all seem to enjoy the Goodwill shopping trips, so I always want to throw those in because I know I love to watch them too. So I hope y'all enjoy the video. Now I want to show y'all how I made over this cute little cabinet. This was a yard sale score maybe a couple of summers ago, and only paid $2 for it, and it has just been in my little storage building. But I decided to drag it out the other day and give it a new life. So you can see it had some old raggedy paper around the door. I removed all that, and we're really just going to need to clean it up, and we're going to need to redo the back of it. It does, I don't know, it has some water damage to it, so that wood in the back is going to have to go. But you can see the glass is kind of dirty, and like I say, it has been in storage, so we're just going to give it a good cleaning. I'm definitely going to leave it the color it is. I love the distressing on it, and I love the color. But look at this back, y'all. It has seen better days. So it was really easy to remove because I'm pretty sure it was just rotten. So I peeled away what I could, and then that right there was the back of the little drawer, and so it come off really easy too. So now I'm going to go and I'm going to clean it up really well, and we're going to give this piece a new life. But you can see all the yucky, grungy stuff that was on that back, so I'm glad we removed it. And so I made another one, and I just used the backing off of a large picture frame, and I got Ben to help me, and we just cut it out with an X-Acto knife, and we're just going to hot glue it on the back of the little cabinet. Now, using some hot glue, I'm going to show you how I'm going to do the back of the little cabinet. Since you'll be able to see through to the cabinet, you know, if you open the doors or look through the glass, I wanted a really pretty backing. Just something that was real subtle, but something that would be real pretty for a background. So I had this beautiful, this is called Monahan paper, and I will make sure to link the website where I get mine down below. But it is like a paper, but I love using this, and they have got some beautiful graphics, and I absolutely love this one because it was kind of more of a Victorian style looking graphic. But now I'm going to have to piece it together because my paper was running long ways, and this piece of board that I've got is more of a, you know, it's more of a square. So I'm just going to have to piece my paper together and make it work. Once I put it back in the cabinet, and since it is such a, you know, it is just going to be in the background, this right here will not be so noticeable. So I'm just using a glue stick, and I'm just going around and using the strips of the paper and trying to line up and match up as best I can, and using my glue stick. And that's another lovely thing about the Monahan papers. You don't have to use a decoupage medium. You can just apply them with glue stick. So I just applied my papers in the areas I needed it, pieced them together until I got the whole piece of the board that was going to show through on the cabinet, and I got it all covered. And then I just rolled over everything with a brayer, and then I just cut off any excess paper using my little razor blade. Now it is ready to put back on the back of the cabinet. So I'm just going to attach it back using a little bit of hot glue. Now I am not going to worry about the back of the drawer because the drawer will be in the cabinet, and you will not be able to see the back from the front. Now look how cute this little cabinet is, and I didn't even have to paint it. It was already beautiful the way it was. It just needed a little refresh. Now I'm going to style it for you and add some little vintage items in it, and just give you some ideas of how you can style a piece like this.
Just a dream, just all in my head. Floating rivers upstream, the things that you said. Tell me and be honest.
I I don't know if y'all know this about me, but I love collecting vintage cameras and any kind of like photography type memorabilia. And I found this little camera case. It's vintage and only paid $2.99 for it at Goodwill. You can see how the little cover comes off, but I just placed it in the cabinet. But just another great thrift store find.
Tell me, did you know that you would be leaving me just like...
Here's another piece that I have styled in the little cabinet, and these are also some thrift store finds. They were 99 cents each. Comment below if you know what these are. These do look like milk glass. The tops do screw off. They look like salt and pepper shakers, but the tops, the little openings are too big. So not sure what they are, but I absolutely love them.
Tell me and be honest. Tell me, should I've known that you'd be leaving me so painfully quiet and slow? I try my best to move.
Now I'm going to show you a really fun and creative project. And we're going to use these little mannequin cutouts. I'm going to leave a link down below if you want to purchase some. You're going to need an old pattern. That was a thrift store find for 50 cents. We're also going to take this long canvas that I found at Goodwill, and it was only $1.99. I'm going to tell y'all a little bit more about these little mannequin cutouts. You can get extra large, large, medium, or small. And I'm going to use 3 of these in today's project. I won't use the smaller one, but these right here are absolutely beautiful, and we are going to have so much fun with them. But I want to get you close up to this canvas. It looks like somebody had already tried to spray paint it or paint it, and it was really rough in texture. So we're just going to have to go with it, but we will make it work. I'm going to take some Dixie Belle paint in the color Fluff. And y'all, I think this is my new favorite paint and my new favorite color. But this Fluff right here, it is such a pretty color. I'm going to take my Klingon brush. This is I think the F30. I have a couple of these brushes, and I tell you what, it is worth the money to invest in some good paint brushes. These right here have lasted me for a long time, and they wash out really well. So I just painted the canvas with a coat or two of the Fluff, and then I also gave the little mannequin cutouts a coat of Fluff. I did not want to paint the stands because I'm going to paint those black, and also the little knob at the top will be black. So once I got those painted white, now I'm going to show you how we can use that pattern. Depending on what kind of pattern you use, and just whatever writing or kind of design is on the pattern sheet will really make a difference. I just took a sheet out of my pattern, and I was lucky because it had some good writing on it, and I really wanted to capture the writing as much as I could on my mannequins. And it also had the brand Simplicity on it. So I tried to capture that on the pattern sheets, but you could always capture whatever kind of graphic off the pattern sheet that you wanted to onto your mannequins. But once I got my papers placed on my mannequins the way I wanted them, and I got them lined up and got them, centered up really well, then I just go through and I'm going to apply them using DIY liquid patina. I did the bottom, applied it really well, and then I sealed it over the top really well. And then that's all you're going to do. And I did cut down the paper as I went because, just working with a smaller sheet of paper was a lot easier. I'm not going to decoupage that little knob at the top, so that way I can sand the paper off. Now I'm going to work on the little medium-sized one, and then I'll do the one that is smaller. I'm sorry, I'm doing the extra large, and this is the large, and then I'll do the medium. The small one is the one that I'm not using in the project today. I'm going to do the same process to this one, and I forgot to mention on the other one, I did roll over it with a brayer. The brayer, just go gently so you don't tear your paper, because this pattern paper is a little fragile, but I didn't have any tears, so just work gently with it and work slow. Once everything dried, then I just took my little finger sander, and I'm just going to go around the edges of all the little mannequins, and I'm going to remove all the paper. This is really easy to do. Once your decoupage medium dries really good, this paper comes right off. So I'm just going to get all the paper off, get all the edges smoothed back out, and then our little mannequins will be ready for us to paint the stands and the little knob at the top. Now you can paint the little stands and the knob whatever color you want. You could go with Rub and Buff and do gold. You could do white, cream, just about any color. You could even do brown. But I'm just using Dixie Belle's paint, and the color that I'm using is called Caviar. It's a really pretty black. So I'm just going to go around the little stand using a little bitty paintbrush, and then I'm going to get that little knob. And that's all it takes, about like one coat, and that is all it takes. So I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to show you how we're going to use these little mannequins and make a really pretty piece of decor that is very unique and is fun to work on. I did go over my stand and my little knob, and I did go around each of the mannequins with my wax brush with a little bit of dark wax on it. I don't want a lot, but I did want to go around and kind of, age up those edges, and that just gives a little bit more detail to our little mannequins with the patterns on them. But anytime you see old patterns out, a lot of times you can find these at yard sales, and a lot of times I see them at the thrift store. Pick up one, and because it makes great decoupage paper. And speaking of decoupage paper, look at this beautiful one that I have. And I will leave a link down below of where I get a lot of mine. This one right here was absolutely beautiful, and I thought it would fit perfect on this canvas. And of course it is, in style with our mannequin theme. So I'm just going to use DIY liquid patina, and y'all, I always apply my decoupage paper in sections. I usually just, attach the top or the bottom first, and then just work my way down, and just be liberal with your decoupage medium. Make sure you get plenty on the back, and then always go over the top, and always make sure to, secure down those corners and edges. Now once I got my decoupage paper sealed down really well, then I roll over it with a brayer. This right here just works out any of that excess decoupage medium, and it also just smooths it out really well and makes it lay really flat. Now I'm going to add a little bit of writing and a little bit of detail down here in this bottom section, just so it doesn't look so plain. So I'm just using a transfer scrap that I have, and y'all know I always have transfer scraps. I've showed y'all my little box of where I store them, and I just go through them when I'm working on a project and get one that I feel like will fit on my project and make it, make it look pretty. And so now I'm going to apply these little mannequin wood cutouts, and I'm going to stagger their sizes, but I'm just going to attach them to this canvas now using a little bit of hot glue. I'm going to start at the top and get them attached to where they won't move, and then I'll work and just apply hot glue in the areas where they need it. I will go down to the little stands and make sure I got my stands glued in place so they won't move. But this is just a beautiful piece, and when I found this piece of canvas at the store for $1.99, and it had that beautiful ornate detail, those little wooden pieces in the corner, I knew this would make something really beautiful.
To let go. They say time is a healer, just you wait and see.
Now let's make another beautiful, fun, really easy project. We're going to take this beautiful decoupage paper, and I'm going to link it down below. It is the large sheet, and it's going to fit perfect in this frame that I already have. This is a frame that was wood color. I already painted it in a previous project, so I'm just going to reuse it. It's great to upcycle frames because you can always change out your graphics for the different seasons. This mason jar full of flowers right here I thought was absolutely beautiful. So I just cut a piece of really thick cardboard for the backing. I'm not even going to paint it because a lot of times you don't want to get cardboard really wet because it will start to, warp. So I'm just going to apply this straight to the cardboard, and I'm using a glue stick instead of a decoupage medium. Because like I mentioned, I don't want to get this cardboard wet, so I'm just going to use my glue stick. And I started a bottom strip at the bottom just to get my decoupage paper secured onto my cardboard backing so it wouldn't move. And then I'm just going to go through and just, apply your glue stick very liberal. Make sure you get the whole area down with your glue stick, and then apply your paper, roll over it really well with a brayer, and then this little top piece you could definitely just clip it off. I just folded it over and adhered it with some super glue, with some glue stick on the back, and rolled it over with my brayer again. Now I'm going to put it back in my frame, and then this fit in my frame perfect. So I'm just going to go around now with a little bit of hot glue. I'm going to put some hot glue in the corners and go along the sides. Such an easy project to do, and it was also very budget friendly. And like I say, I'm going to leave a link below down to a website where you can get some beautiful decoupage paper, and they also still have this one in stock. Now we can set this out and style it for spring and summertime.
For me, I need eternity. So tell me and be honest. Tell me, did you know that you would be leaving me just like the winter snow? Tell me and be honest. Tell me, should I know that you'd be leaving me so painfully quiet and slow? I try my best to move on, letting go.
Okay, y'all, it is time to go Goodwill shopping, and I'm going to bring y'all along. I try to go to this Goodwill at least once a week when I'm in town because I never know what they're going to get, and the shelves change daily. So let's get a cart and let's see what kind of treasures we can find. I thought this piece was really interesting. You could either put this on a coffee table or hang this up on your wall for wall decor. I love anything that is cast iron, and this piece right here is cast iron. I'm not real sure what is a holder for, but if you know, let me know down in the comments. Y'all, I never pass up these little plastic sconces. I have a couple of these in my home that I have made over, and I am still using them. These are really easy to paint up and distress them, and they turn out absolutely beautiful. So anytime I see these out, I definitely will bring these home. I always love to check out the baskets. They always have some, assorted textures and styles, and I always need baskets in my home for organization and storage. I love this little wedding invitation tray for 99 cents. This will definitely make a great placeholder for some really pretty graphic, and it's got some beautiful ornate design. This right here was a wine crate. I love picking these up. These are such good project pieces. For $6.99, I absolutely picked this up. This is solid wood. So we will definitely be DIYing this in an upcoming video. I saw this little table and I didn't get it at first, and then I ran back and got it because it was $7.99. I just couldn't pass it up. It's got some little, scroll wire detail on the sides, but I think we can add a little stencil or something to the top. So I will definitely be making that over. Look at this hand-carved chair. This right here was $24.99, but it says it is a handcrafted or hand-carved glider. Y'all, look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. Now, I don't know what kind of cover they had on it to sit in it, but look at the detail on that. And it actually sold right away because the next time I went in there, it was gone. This beach chair or lounge chair right here was sitting beside the hand-carved one. It's pretty for spring, and it's already white. This one right here was $14.99, but it was, solid woods. I thought it was a really unique piece too. Over by these chairs, I spotted this blue vintage wicker basket. Now these back in the day used to hold magazines when we had a lot of magazines hanging around. And I also had one of these, and I'd put magazines in it, and then sometimes I'd roll up towels and keep bath towels in it. This was $6.99. I love this little plate right here. I loved its little ornate detail. Not sure what I'm going to do with it, but I definitely grabbed it for 99 cents. Y'all wouldn't believe this, but me and my daughter had been looking for my little granddaughter a dress for her to wear that coming weekend for her dedication at church. She needed a 3 months. This was brand new with tags, and I paid $14.99 for it. She wore it and looked absolutely beautiful for her dedication day. These new baskets right here really caught my eye, and I wanted to get these, but look at the price tag. Y'all, they are like $15 each, so I had to pass on those, but they're really pretty, and I'm sure they're very nice quality. This right here, I'm not sure what it is. Maybe a pen or pencil holder. Y'all know I picked it up because I love the ornate detail on it, and it was only $2.99. Y'all, I am always looking for lampshades, and lampshades are something that can run up in the money. These right here look like they were almost brand new. They were white, and I think I paid 99 cents each for them, or maybe $1.99. And even when I was leaving the store, a lady saw them in my cart and said, I wish I would have beat you to those, because that is what I needed, was lampshades. Okay, y'all, I hope you enjoyed the video today, and I hope y'all enjoyed seeing the ways that I upcycle some of the items that I get while I'm out thrifting at the thrift store, and I hope y'all enjoyed coming along shopping with me. Make sure to check out my pinned comment I'll have below, and also my description box, for all the products that I used in today's video. Until the next video, I hope all of y'all have a blessed week. I love y'all, and I'll see you again soon.